Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions ahead of the Game Week 25 deadline. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment, how is your Game Week 24 going so far? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, I'm just going to quickly go over how my Game Week 24 is going so far. There were a few games last night. I had 4 players that played, and I'm currently sitting on 17 points, which isn't too bad. But the only player that really got me any points last night was Bowen, and a lot of people own him at this point, and quite a few people captained him as well. So, I still got a green arrow, which was quite nice. I still got my captain yet to play. I actually had my captaincy on Bowen all week. And then I changed it to Cancelo last second. Again, he could still outscore Bowen, you know. Brentford are very, very poor away at the moment. You know, Cancelo is in one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the league. And he's so attacking as well. So hopefully he does outscore Bowen or gets me something. But either way, I had 2 points from De Gea. Just unfortunate not to get a clean sheet last night. They just don't look up for it. It's definitely kind of making me think twice about bringing in Bruno this week for his double up, because he did create a few chances, but he just had a really low expected assists, and just, I don't know, United just don't look that good at the moment. Of course, still got my back 3 to play: Trent, Cancelo and Reguilon. Still got Rafinha to play, Jota to play and Foden to play. But up front, Antonio and King. I mean, I was expecting King to blank, but Antonio, he had like no shots in the box last night, I don't think. He just seems so poor at the moment, and I cannot wait to get rid of him. I know he's got really good fixtures coming up, but honestly, I could easily bring in someone like Edouard or Broja or someone like that instead of Antonio and just be absolutely happy with it, because I've held him for so long and he's just been literally doing nothing. You know, he might have got an assist or a goal every now and again, but he's just honestly so underperforming at the moment. I just want him out my team. And then I've got Watkins at home to Leeds as well. So 17 points from 4 players. My bench, Foster got 2, Gray got 1, came off injured. I'm not too bothered about that because I'm going to be getting rid of him for either Bruno or Salah this week anyway. So not the worst case scenario, but if one of my players don't play, I will be having Gray off the bench for 1 point, unless it's one of my defenders. You know, Reguilon might not play. But obviously Cancelo and Trent are most likely going to play. I've got White and Aït-Nouri coming on from the bench if that does happen. I did actually use my transfer to get rid of Rudiger this week for Aït-Nouri, because I've literally just got enough to upgrade to Salah from Gray. And I knew there were going to be price rises last night because Rudiger was going to go down. And Aït-Nouri was going to go up, so I had to make my transfer. Otherwise, I would have rolled it and had 2 free transfers for next week. I did want to target a Wolves defender though, just simply because they don't blank in Game Week 30, so I kind of wanted that. I think I'm going to free hit in 27, so all my transfers at the moment are just kind of bringing in players that don't blank in Game Week 30, apart from bringing Salah in and stuff, because I think I either go Bruno this week and then risk Salah going up in price again, or I just go straight for Salah and captain him against Burnley. So I honestly don't know what I'm going to do, but let's go over some knee-jerk reactions anyway. And there are some surprising ones here as well. Salah is the most transferred in player so far, which isn't a surprise. You know, he's probably going to get a price rise once again. So because the deadline is such a quick turnaround, you know, Saturday is of course the next deadline. So I think I'm going to make my transfer very early, but it's not even early because it's Wednesday today, and then obviously the deadline's on Saturday. But I can see a price rise happening for Gray and Salah, so Gray going down and Salah going up. So if that is the case, you know, I'll have to keep track of the price checker. Otherwise, that is going to be a situation that I do find myself in. But again, he doesn't blank in 30 as well, so I'm just kind of preparing my team for Game Week 30 as of right now anyway. But look at those fixtures coming up though, and of course he does double in 26, so very nice to see. The other player, Saint Maximan as well, another player that a lot of people are bringing in, and I mean, he is just so, he's such a fun player to watch. Like, he's always been performing this season for Newcastle. He's honestly really helped them out, and he is like one of the most performing forwards as well. If his fixtures weren't like terrible, I mean, they're not awful. He's got Villa, West Ham, Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Like, they're not the worst fixtures in the world, but he is very injury prone, and that's why I've always stayed away from him. But he's just producing a lot lately. Bowen, another player that a lot of people are bringing in. I'm surprised, like, he's only 30% owned because he's just popping off every single game week. Like, everybody needs Bowen in their team. He's so cheap for what he's producing right now. He's 6.9. Can't remember what I brought him in at. It was quite cheap, but yeah, he's such a good player to have in your team, and especially you can downgrade Antonio and just have Bowen. And I honestly think you'll be fine if you do that. And then the other player that's been brought in quite a lot is Edouard. Now, there has been a lot spoken about this guy because of his minutes being managed. Like, as you can see, 67, 65, 90, 90 there, 62, 90, 73, 23, 67, 18. His minutes do get managed quite a bit, but of course he's got some really, really nice fixtures coming up. Plays Norwich this week, then he's gone Brentford, then he's got a double up, and then he's obviously got Burnley in game week 27. So Edouard is a really nice option. The only problem is if he was a staple in that team and he was playing every single game week, I think a lot of people would have him in his team, myself included. I just think he's such a risk at the moment, because he will come on, but it won't play like the full 90, which is really, really unfortunate, especially with those fixtures coming up. And with the likes of Benteke and stuff and Zaha being back, they can all rotate up front. So yeah, I would like to bring him in, but I feel like he's a bit too much of a risk at the moment. We'll have to see what happens against the next game anyway that they do play. But yeah, it's just a little bit too much of a risk factor for me. Now we're moving on to the most transferred out players this week, and Antonio is top, which is not a surprise at all. As you can see from his recent stats, 2, 2, 4, 2, 7. I mean, it wasn't too bad there. 7, 5, 5, 2, 2, 5. Like, he's just not been producing from what he was at the start of the season, though, and I think he's a little bit too much for kind of the points that he's bringing in, especially when there are, like I say, cheaper options, St. Maximan, Broja, Edouard, all these other players that I would personally go towards more and instead of Antonio. We've got Ronaldo as well, which this is one that surprises me the most. Like, I don't know why so many people are transferring out Ronaldo before he doubles, and he's probably going to play both of those games. Like, he was always going to miss one of the games, whether it was the game week 24 game, one of the game week 25 games, or the Champions League or whatever. He was always going to miss one of the games. So the fact that that is out the way now, I know he did come on for an appearance last night. How many minutes did he actually play last night? He played 22 minutes. So even though he came on, I feel like he's definitely going to play both of these game week 25 fixtures, Southampton at home and Brighton at home. And then I just don't know why people are transferring him out for. I don't know. Maybe they're downgrading and getting Salah back in the team potentially. I really don't know. But I don't know why you would sell a double game week player and exactly as Cristiano Ronaldo as well. Somebody like him. It just baffles me. But yeah, the only thing I can really think of is because he didn't play last night, a lot of people are kind of getting a little bit unhappy having him in their team. So we'll have to see what happens, but I personally wouldn't get rid of Ronaldo. And another player as well is Jota. I know that Mane and Salah are back now, so he is going to be rotated a little bit. But I just think that he's still the main man, you know, not as in the sense of like their goal scorer and stuff, because that's Mo Salah, but he's having a really good fixture season. He's got an XG of literally just below Salah's as well. So I with that double coming up as well, like Norwich and Leeds, if he starts both of those, you know, he should hopefully get quite a few points in that game week. So I don't really know why so many people are getting rid of Jota. I'm definitely going to keep him unless he just completely loses his place. You know, Diaz comes in and just absolutely takes the Premier League by storm. But I can't see why a lot of people are getting. I would have thought there'd be more Chelsea players on this list here, but there's literally just Mount at the moment for the most transferred out. But the likes of Rudiger, James, Alonso, I thought they'd all be on this list as well. But De Bruyne is another player that a lot of people are transferring him out. I understand that is just simply because they were holding him for Salah, they were holding him for Bruno, so that makes a little bit more sense. Bruno doubles in 25. Salah doubles in 26, so I do kind of get that, but at the same time, you know, he's not. Do you really want to get rid of him before Brentford and then, well, not Brentford, but obviously Norwich is just such a good fixture. But I guess if you're getting rid of him for Bruno for that double up, I just don't know. Will De Bruyne outscore Bruno in one game week when Bruno has two? Potentially. If United play as badly as they did against Burnley. In Burnley, I think that was the first home goal that Burnley scored last night since like 2009 against United or something like that. I saw that stat somewhere and I was just like, it's going to go in though. Like, they're going to score and it's going to ruin my De Gea clean sheet, and lo and behold it did. But they are all of the most transferred out players, and Mason Mount as well. Don't really need to talk about him. He's just blanking loads. So yeah, that is going to be everything for today's video though. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, leave a comment. How is your game week 24 going so far? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Until next time, peace.